Welcome to the new episode of BizBuzz today. Hi, I'm Ashish Mittal, a seasoned technology consultant, now helping startups to reap up the benefits of technology. We have a very sweet and special guest in our studio, Mr. Manjeet Singh Saini ji, who is leading Paramount to the next level now, and he is a second generation entrepreneur. So, welcome, Manjeet ji. Thank you very much for sparing time for us today. You're welcome in our studio.
Thank you so much, Ashish. The pleasure is all mine, Ashish. And it's always such a pleasure to see you coming up with new things. This buzz is again a beautiful thing, and I really want to congratulate you for that.
Thank you. Thank you. So, like it is always pleasure meeting you in person since this COVID time is happening. So, meeting in front of this camera through this virtual meeting is like a dose of energy for me. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Okay, so Mr. Manjeet, we generally talk about the aspects of a business reaping up the benefits of technology. So we will be talking about the same thing in terms of involvement of technology in Paramount. And the idea is that the whole session should become a fruitful one for the coming entrepreneurs who are joining the same industry and would like to know how technology can help them. So before we jump onto that particular thing, it'll be great if you may please share a brief background about Paramount and how did it all start?
Sure, Ashish. In fact, Paramount was founded by our, founder chairman, Sir Singh Saini, and in 1964. I was not even born then,
Oh, is it?
and and his ever-present inspiration is always there with us. Though he's no longer there with us in physical form, but he has been the inspiration. Uh, and our chairman, he came to Delhi in 1956. For a few years, he was working in a factory which was making acids and chemicals. So he worked there for a few years, and after that, in 1962, he got married. Now, after marriage, his responsibilities little grew, and he was getting 150 rupees per month as his salary there. So after about a 1 year time, he went to his boss, and he used to call him Bauji. Bauji, ab ब्याह हो गया, so now I have to have my family as well. So will you please increase my salary?
Hmm.
So the boss said, no, sorry, we cannot do this. So he said, no problem, sir. Then in 1964, he founded Paramount.
Oh,
So
okay.
and at first, because he had worked in a company which was supplying chemicals, so and manufacturing assets, but he did not take the same business. It was it was not right as per his ethical standards. So what he did was he ventured into glassware and chemicals, rare chemicals, not other chemicals. He started supplying the chemicals, and slowly, he made his things felt, in different universities and colleges. So I think after that, we even ventured into scientific instruments. So it was what we were doing were chemicals, glasswares, and scientific instruments.
Okay.
And it
The
was a fairly
glasswares
modest.
means the glasswares which are used for the household, is it?
No, is the glassware is the test tube, the
Uh-huh.
beaker,
Okay. Yes, yes, yes,
cylinder,
yes.
which is
Okay.
used in the colleges,
Okay.
because we were serving colleges and universities, right?
Okay.
So in 90s, when I joined the business, we had a very nice, small, modest business, and my father was a very straightforward person. Yeah. And I had many friends who were BTech and techs in textiles. So somehow we ventured into textile testing instrument business through a company called SGS.
Mm-hmm.
SGS is SGS is a company, which is the biggest inspection company in the world. and they were setting up a laboratory in Delhi at that time. Somehow we were lucky, and they got in touch with us, and then we supplied them certain things along with the chemicals, glasswares, and we made few instruments for them. And after that, our journey started. Then God was very kind. I think in 1997, 96, 97, we opened our first factory because
Okay.
the things were growing.
Mm-hmm.
In 2000, we opened another factory. In 2004, we opened another factory.
Or is
So
it?
God was very kind, and now we have a big unit, coming up in Manesar, which has been stalled for some time. Now we have to, go along with that, and we have to start that as well. And from the very humble beginnings in 1992 today, we have been regarded as pioneers and leaders in this small industry of textile testing instruments.
I
So
know, I
this has
know.
been a
So there are two things, in fact, what I what I received as a message for myself also, indeed. So one of my learnings uh, during my journey into entrepreneurship is that it is probably a little easier to be successful faster if you're doing into a B2B domain. B2C domain gives you more challenges. So the kind of journey which you just now narrated, Manjeet ji, that gives me or that proves my that learning very correct, because I see that your father also started a B2B business, and you had always ventured into business to business kind of model and never tried into B2C. So that is one. And second is that is the other aspect of the talk, which I know about you, uh, are being friends, is that you generally mention this, that whatever somebody is wearing on at any time, so like that particular thing has probably undergone a testing from your machine. So that's a very bold statement, and I want to know, like, what is the biggest strength of your company which has made you to reach out the places you are right now?
Uh, Ashish, what we have done is we have in the last maybe 25 to 30 years in this industry, what we have done is we have built the trust, among our customers. And I strongly believe that's the most important thing, you can give it to your customers, because when people purchase now from Paramount, they have this feeling that they'll be getting a good quality product,
Mm-hmm.
having excellent service. This is the kind of feeling which people carry now when they take things from us. We may be costly, that is something else, but then it's the kind of assurance which is there, which goes along with the product. That is something which we have been in a position to build, and we are very happy about it. And secondly, we have built a special kind of USP, after working with the customers for a long time. It's called lifetime buyback warranty.
Wow.
When someone
Okay.
takes things from us, every Paramount equipment, you know, it carries along with it a lifetime buyback warranty. Anything happens to the equipment anytime, you have different options with you. One, you have to get it done, repaired quickly, we'll be there with you. And then you may even think, sometimes that I took this instrument 5 years back. Now I saw, on your website is a beautiful equipment with all digital things. So we will love to, get the new instrument. And we'll say, no problem, we can replace it. We can replace the older one and give you the new one. There is another option which we have. And above all, our customers, we say, when you're with Paramount, you're always in safe hands, because every Paramount equipment which you use is a bunch of money with you. How this is so? Simple.
Okay.
Anytime you feel, that you don't like it, or there's something wrong, or you don't want it, you simply have to pick up the phone and say, Paramount, we had taken this equipment from you, and it's been 3 years now. You can send us the bill. We'll see 3 years, deduct the depreciation, and tell them, sir, you took this equipment for about 1 lakh rupees. You have got your 60,000 or 50,000 rupees with us. If you want, you can send us the equipment back. We'll give you the money back.
This
So
is
this,
awesome.
yeah, this
Mhm.
is the kind of thing which we give it to the customer. And I'm really so happy to say, that none of our competitors actually can match this. And so we have a beautiful advantage, in
Okay.
this regard.
Well,
So
yeah,
the trust is the thing, which is, I think, is a very, very important thing.
indeed,
To
indeed.
give it to
What I think I had always been believing in, Manjeet, is that uh, your customer always, it is his fundamental right, indeed, to expect quality from you, irrespective of whatever may that be. Quality is the fundamental right of the customer, and that is what we have always been believing in, and that's how like the DNA of our whole company has been developed. But what I heard just now from you is absolutely next level. I mean, giving a lifetime buyback guarantee is something definitely out of the world, and then you have to actually be very very confident about your product's quality to say such a courageous statement. And hats off to Paramount that it has been navigating successfully with such an option open to the customers. Kudos to you.
Yeah, the
And
thing is,
yes,
I'm sorry, it is not me only, my friend. I'm just the guy who is steering the whole thing. I've got a beautiful team who are
uh-huh.
doing all the hard work, all the things. My, R&D people and factory people, everybody, they are the ones who are doing it. They
Oh
deserve
yes,
this appreciation.
I totally agree that because no individual can do everything on his own. So it is always a solid team, an intelligent team, which is backing up the leader to reach to the newer heights. So congratulations to you for having such a beautiful team also with you.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
So, though, like you have already mentioned it, like what kind of practices you have followed to reach uh, to the places, but one such thing which you probably would like to mention, what made Manjeet Singh Saini what he is today, the kind of influential personality. Your presence is viral. I can tell you, whenever you reach to a place, I have personally observed that sweet warmth when anyone meets you. So what strategies have you followed throughout to become to a stage where you're standing right now? Not Paramount as a whole, but Manjeet Singh Saini as a brand.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you so much for the kind words. Really appreciate that. See, the thing is, my friend, this is also a very small story, simple story. What happened was when I joined the business, at that time I did my BCom honors from Khalsa College North Campus, and I was a commerce person. I joined as a commerce person, but then when I went there, my father was selling chemicals.
Mm-hmm.
So what happened was, I still remember. I will not know most of the things. I will not understand most of the things. And I think one chemical, it took me 6 days to actually, you know, pronounce the name. It was called 4-dimethyl-aminobenzaldehyde.
Okay.
So
That's
what
great.
happened was, I will go there, and I was sitting down there. I was not having, I was having much. The business was modest, not a
Mhm,
big business. So I had
mhm,
ample time, leisure time. So what I started was I started reading,
mhm. Okay.
and now the reading, slowly it became my habit. And from the beginning, I was inclined towards positive things. So I started reading positive books.
Mhm.
Think and Grow Rich by Napoleon Hill. How to Stop Worrying and Living a Beautiful Life by Dale Carnegie. All those books I read. So
Okay.
what happened was, uh, this particular thing went inside me. to be positive all the time. That's the reason, why I tell my team. And when I go anywhere where there's a challenge, I normally tell people, my friend, I am an utterly positive person. You cannot make me negative under any circumstance. So don't even try.
Okay.
Even if you would tell me, I'm not going to become, because I have been imbibed. I have inculcated those things in me. What I'll do is I'll make you positive completely. So if you say, what made me, it was my reading and my positive mental attitude. That was the thing, which could give me this kind of mindset that wherever I go, in whatever circumstances I am, I will always try to see something good in the thing.
Beautiful.
So, to me, this
Beautiful.
is.
Yeah. Okay, coming to the next question. In fact, it is out of my curiosity that I'm, coming to the next question and next question. Uh, so I know that Paramount exports a lot, and that definitely needs a lot of experience and uh, a well establishment of the brand to reach out to a status when you start exporting the products. So what exactly do you think had been the role of technology so far in shaping up Paramount to a stage where you have started exporting also, and what kind of investments do you think you would make in coming times? Now the graph of I heard this beautiful term recently from someone saying that let us restart the world. So, what kind of technology involvement do you think Paramount would adopt in coming times to truly accept this thing that let us restart the world?
Okay, interesting question. Now, let me try to take this question from two different angles. One is the industry, and one is Paramount.
Yeah.
Because Paramount is because of the industry. So, in regard to the industry, I'm really sorry to say, but this COVID has impacted the textile industry in a very, in fact, serious way, I'll say.
Mm-hmm.
Because most of our government exporters who were exporting to Europe and to America, uh, they had to, stall everything in between, because the buyers sitting there said, please stop it, because nothing is required at present now.
Mm-hmm.
So in fact, our textile minister was also, seen, in fact, telling them, please do not cancel the orders of our exporters. You can postpone them. Please don't cancel them. So whatever, maybe even if it is not cancelled, my friend, if the exporter is 50% through the order and he's already invested a lot of money and the order has been stalled, then there's a big loss of money for him. On account of this, our industry actually has suffered a big setback. Most of the exporters, big exporters, they have stopped, making these garments now. And many of them, you might have heard, have shifted to making, face masks and the PPE kits and all those things. They're doing it now.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And I'm very sorry to say, many of the exporters have not even opened up their factories, because they don't want to have 500 people coming inside, and then they have to give them the salaries then, right?
Certainly.
So that's the reason many of them have not even opened up. It's a very sad thing, but this is the situation. But I strongly believe, that this too shall pass. We'll be coming back, and everything should, come in the right structure soon. In regard to the industry, I will say, because we have been associated with them from a little long time. Uh, Normally, government exporters, because it's a labor-intensive industry, so people have not been, taking latest technologies in that. They have not been, grabbing it with open arms. People have been telling them, the companies have been telling them, even we have been telling them. But I strongly believe once things come into, structure again, what they have to do is they have to go in with the ERP solutions in their factories. And I'm so happy, our Ravish Kanodia at the BNI, he
Yeah.
takes care of, ERP solutions.
Beautiful.
So I think he can take good care of them as well. That is one. And then, they have to use new and excellent things, in regard to, for example, laying of the fabric to make the garments. It has to be computerized, and then there's a cutting also. There are systems, which cuts automatically. You can do 50 or 100 or 200 cuttings at a time. Then we have computerized CAD CAM things, in
Mm-hmm.
which you can see, how the fall is coming, what's the structure is coming, what is the layout, what is the design, how it is looking. All those things, I strongly believe, that our industry has to adopt if they really want to compete, the productivity of China. And we have been very lucky
Mm-hmm.
that Americans and Europeans are trying to, stop their business from China. So we hope a lot of things are going to come to us. But for that, what we need to do is we have to adopt technology. If you really want
Definitely.
to move fast, it is very
Mm-hmm.
important. Latest technology things and gadgets and machines have to be used so that we can cater to the requirement quickly and
Mm-hmm.
then again put India on the path to success. I think is very important
Yes.
regarding the industry.
Yes. Very
And
true. And
yeah,
yeah.
please,
Yeah.
please. Yeah.
So, in fact, I was actually referring one of the campaigns which is happening on YouTube and Facebook. I do not know the authors of that campaign though, but then there is this one message, especially around this particular thing only, Manjeet, what you just now said. The campaign says हम क्या कर सकते हैं. हम क्या कर सकते हैं means like this is an invitation to the startups to think loud and to find out as to what potential can they do to contribute to the economy of our country and to grab the situation in a positive manner, because as you mentioned that a lot of American and European companies are now looking towards India while they want to shift the business from China to some other Asian country. So definitely India is one of the most genial and safest and most capable option for these companies. And if that happens, then a lot of newer opportunities will be opened for startups. And it is important for us to actually start thinking now as to हम क्या कर सकते हैं. अगर if we give a serious thought about it and start taking a positive action towards that side, I'm sure like we are going to be the next big power economically, financially in the world. So now, leading towards the end of this beautiful session, sir, I want to know one quick advice from you for the startups who are joining this field of textiles. So, what do you think is the most important thing for them to adopt at this stage?
Okay. Now, giving the answer to the earlier question as well, let me quickly tell you. As far as Paramount is concerned, what we're trying to do is we're trying to educate and create awareness about the quality control instruments. We're trying to do these things from our side so that we can help the industry, and we're trying to help them open up to adopt the new technologies. Right now, in regard to this question of yours, I really want to tell you, the textile testing instrument business, if I say per se, it's a little tough business.
Mm-hmm.
And but the thing is, you need a lot of capital and also the dedication, a lot of dedication. The new entrepreneurs needs to decide very nicely about that. But then once decided, you should go, my friend, with laser sharp focus and consistency.
Mm-hmm.
Let me tell you, and let's remember, it's an age-old axiom that putting 10,000 precious hours of your life can turn you from an ordinary person to a true master.
Mm-hmm.
And if you can put 20,000 hours, then you will actually become phenomenal and legendary. So
Awesome.
this is something which we really want to adopt this. In short, I can say we should have a crystal clear vision of what you want to do. Always take action with passion. Yeah, that's the second
Mm-hmm.
thing, passion. And the third thing is be consistent and persevere when problems arise, and they will always arise. Right?
Yes. Yes.
So, my simple message is be hungry, be fearless, be unstoppable, and always rise above your tough circumstances through a trinity of success, which is vision, passion, and perseverance. That's the message to that promising upcoming generation of ours.
Oh, thank you. Thank you so much. So that was a great session, Manjeet. Thank you very much for your precious time. Like always, it was lovely talking to you. And thanks for that important piece of advice you left for our startups to learn and adopt. I hope that uh, the followers of a channel would definitely get benefit out of this session. And thank you very much once again.
Thank you so much. It was a real pleasure spending time with you, Ashish. And I'll say, keep on spreading this beautiful thing, with everyone. You're doing a great job. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you. Okay, sir. Okay.
Thank you, Ji. Bye bye.